a change, or do you know anything about the change of medications? Was he ever taken off that injectable?
No, he wasn't taken off because he still remains very unpredictable and non-compliant. And this is our way of making sure that he does have medication in his system.
Okay, and has Mr. Fur expressed to you that if he was not court-ordered, he would discontinue his medications?
No, he did not say that, but he has acted like this because he would periodically refuse to take medication.
Okay. I have no further questions, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Nachman?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Right, Dr. Beatty, we'll put you in the waiting room since we have you on another case in a few moments.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Any other proofs for the petitioner?
Petitioner would rest, Your Honor. Thank you.
Proofs for the respondent?
I'd like to call Michael Foote.
All right, Mr. Foote, will you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Judge Gary.
All right, thank you. You can put your hand down. What's your legal name?
Michael Scott Foote.
All right, your attorney's going to ask you some questions now.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Foote, you heard the doctor's testimony today?
Yes, Stacy.
Okay. Are you in agreement with the diagnosis of bipolar?
Oh, I've been bipolar since I was 21. I'm 49 now.
Okay. So you would agree that you have a mental illness that would require some treatment?
Oh, treatment for the rest of my life? And let's do the percentage. Out of 100, 20 to 50, that's 25% that I've been taking with medication. And I told you, Stacy, Dr. Beatty, you know, you can tell by that testimony after we talk. That dude don't like me, man.
Okay. So Dr. Beatty believes that you would discontinue the medications that you're prescribed if you were not ordered to do so.
That's
what
not
is
true.
your response to that?
Okay. Now, I drove myself to the clinic twice a month for goddamn 15 to 17 years to get an injection because, as Judge Gugary knows, I was in his court for molesting my daughter. I raised my daughter till she was 14. Judge Gugary is the one that I went through that process with. Now that's one where they're using where Dr. Beatty said child molester. The other thing was barricaded in my house. No. This was the first appointment that we could Zoom a psychiatric appointment because I'm entitled to have a visit with my psychiatrist and to take my fucking medication, not to be handcuffed to a bad mood worker from Integrated Services, man. But like I said, I had that appointment over the phone and Sam Page didn't show up till it was over. And then he showed up in the car and he took my fucking phone, man. Sam Page took my phone that day. There was no barricade. Dr. Beatty's got the facts mixed up, and I appreciate the old man. 78-year-old psychiatrist, good job for your life. But look, I have no outlook in my life. I'm going to live here in Camstack at 186 Jones. I'm going to get by with what ends I have. I'm not going to do no fucking crime. I can't do no crime. Ask Judge Gugary. I'm on sex offender risk till I'm 67, man. What am I going to do, jaywalk? No. I'll be with Integrated Services. And in December, I'm not signing no paper to be with them again. I've been with them since I'm 21, and they lie. All these facts are jumbled up misinformation, and it's on a court of law, and it gets written down on the paper, and it's your record, man. Jumbled up misinformation, man. But yeah, go ahead, Stacy. I'll be quiet until something else pops into this scatterbrain head.
Okay, Mr. Foote, I just want to be clear. So you do understand your need for treatment because of your mental illness?
I understand. I faithfully took that shot. Dr. Beatty got that mixed up wrong too. He did.
You're prescribed a medication, including an injectable, and you're willing to continue taking those medications?
Oh, yes, and seeing my psychiatrist 3 to 4 times a year. fucking put the middle finger up to 610 Burdick and all them motherfuckers who say you've been here since you 20. You've been here since you 21, but you still ain't in the club.
Okay. Your Honor, I have no further questions for Mr. Foote.
Mr. Nachman, do you have questions, Mr. Foote?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
I don't have any questions, Mr. Foote. Any other proofs for the respondent?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Any rebuttal proofs for the petitioner?
No, Your Honor.
Argument?
Yes, Your Honor. Based on the testimony you've heard today, I believe that there is clear and convincing evidence that the respondent, Michael Foote, is mentally ill and in need of continued treatment as recommended by Dr. Beatty. We would ask the court grant the petition at this point. Thank you.
Salisbury?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Foote's indicated that he understands his need for treatment. He agrees with the diagnosis that Dr. Beatty has testified to today. He's willing to continue his treatment, working with ISK and taking his medications. He believes he's able to do this without the need of a court order in place. We'd ask that the court deny the petition today.
Thank you, Stacy.
Thank you. The petition was filed in this matter asserting that Mr. Foote is a person requiring treatment, and I find that notice of the hearing was given according to law. Mr. Foote was present in court without a jury. The lawyers were here. We heard from Dr. Beatty and the respondent. I did handle a case with Mr. Foote years ago. He's paid his debt to society. He's living in the community now, doing fairly well. But I do believe that there has been a level of evidence necessary to be proven that he does require treatment because he has mental illness. It still meets all three of the statutory criteria. But there is an available treatment program that's an alternative to hospitalization and not hospitalization that's adequate to meet his treatment needs.
Dang.
And I will order that he receive combined hospitalization and outpatient treatment for no longer than a year. I'm not authorizing any initial hospitalization. We're going to continue with ISK as his treatment provider and the services that are recommended by them. Sign the order and date it today's date. Mr. Foote, you're doing okay. I'm going to continue the order.
Judge Gugary, why are you putting, I got to be treatment with integrated services? I mean, I'm going to be there for till December, but there shouldn't be no order where I got to pick them as my provider. There's a lot of other providers like MRC and
There are a lot of, Mr. Foote, there are a lot of other providers, but I wasn't offered any of those alternatives today. ISK is all I heard about.
Okay.
When this order expires, if you have an alternative proposal for me, I am 100% open to listening to you and putting you on an order or not on an order with an alternative treatment provider that's not ISK.
Okay, thank you.
100% I'll listen to you, Mr. Foote.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Have a good day and a good weekend, Mr. Foote.
Oh, you too. Have a good one, y'all.